Hi and welcome. My name's Johnny Fergan. I'm from All Total Coaching. After receiving a few emails from a few people and the upcoming book that is in press at the moment, a lot of people ask me to talk about the book, What Your Father Never Taught You, How to Become a Man. So today I'm going to go into details about the topics, and we're going to explain a little bit on the overview what I've done in the book so you can get a bit of an idea. The book is called What Your Father Never Taught You, How to Be a Man. Paragraph 1 is manhood. What is a man? How to be a man. Nobody talks about how to be a man. What actions you need to take about a man. How to act, what to do, when to do, etc., etc. Nobody talks about this topic. Most people that think you have to be a man, you have to be a macho, and you have to be this and that, it's all bullshit. In this paragraph, we explain in details what it takes to be a man, how to be a man, what things you need to do, and how to get what you really want. Because if you follow mainstream media, no matter what you're going to have, you're never going to be happy. You know it and I know it. Women, relationships and sex. Majority of people's education on sex is from love stories and the BS they watch on the net like porno, etc., etc. And a lot of men are struggling with anorexia. They don't know how to talk, they don't know what to say, they don't know how to act. They take a woman out. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? So we go into details. We talk about where to meet women, what to do on a date, SMS game, etc., etc., etc. We guide you step by step by step by step, and more than everything, we explain throughout number 2 how not to be needy and how to stand your ground and not be walked on. Because once a woman can walk all over you, or anybody for that matter, she'll have no respect for you. And respect, my dear friends, is more important than anything. Number 3, media manipulation, indoctrination. We explain how the media has consumed your brain and how you think your life should be, because everybody sees sequence of movies. He met her, he to conquer this, he did this, and etc., etc., and they fell in love and lived happily ever after. But in reality, more than 50 to 55% of marriages end up divorced, and more than 66% are initiated by women. Don't take my word for it. Look it up on the net. Look for it on the net. And if you want, I will support what I just said on a link below, that more than 66% of marriages are initiated by, divorces are initiated by women. It's not that all women are bad, it's just that's the case. And if you don't learn this topic, you will end up in the family court, and we all know what's going to happen there. Health, food and exercise, and why it's so important. Why? Because majority of foods that majority of people consume today are in boxes. A lot of them contain syrup, sugar syrup, and a lot of those things have all sorts of taste buds, so you can taste good, so you can eat and consume more when they're not healthy for you. In fact, they are going over the time, they're going to cause you to have diseases and your mortality, and it's going to cause havoc in your life. And a lot of these products contain so many preservatives that they actually cause cancer. And in our book, we go into details about this and why it's so important. Money, wealth, what you need to know, what you're not taught at school. The one topic, the one subject that we use daily, money, buying things, selling, nobody talks about. We learn about history. It's great what Alexander did, the great, etc., etc. But you're never going to use this. Why don't they teach things that you need daily? How to budget, how to make more money, how to see things, businesses. Nobody teaches these things. You know what they teach you? Majority of things they teach you, you're never going to use. So we're going to explain in this number 5, wealth, what you need to know and what you're not taught at school. Value. What is value as a man? And why it's so important? Because if you don't value yourself, nobody will value you. And we explain in details how to acquire value, and how to be a value man rather than a socially popular guy that puts all sorts of things on Facebook, but really he's a show-off and he is, well, you get the drill. Instead of being a high-value guy that everybody wants to be around. Number 7, we talk about the biggest phenomena that very few mainstream media talk about, how to overcome depression and fear. I know 3 people that committed suicide, and one of them in the last couple of weeks, as some of you are aware, and I talk into details of the aspects on this issue, how to overcome these issues, and how to see life in a better light. Because at the end of the day, you live with yourself 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you're not best friend of yourself, nobody will. Number 9 is feminism, the real truth. I explain why feminism was created, what its goals, and where it's bringing us, and why so many men are emasculated because of that, and why so many women have been masculated and men emasculated, and where is this bringing us to society, and why feminism in its beginning was a great concept that's now it's out of control, and it's not only damaging men, it's damaging women, because at the end of the day we all need support, and we all need a woman. If you're a man, you need a man. If you're a woman, etc., etc., etc. Number 10, we talk about the family court that very few people cover and its consequences. What will happen to you if you're a married man with kids and if you end up in the family court of not Australia, all the West? You'll be decimated. I explain in details. Nobody talks about this topic, and we are going to uncover this. We tell you in details where it's going to bring you. By the way, on this note, I would just say that 6 men commit suicide a day in Australia. A day. Just up here at Watson's Bay, every week 6 people attempt to commit suicide. On average, 1 or 2 succeed. And my friend, I'm not going to say his name, committed suicide just up here about 3 to 4 weeks ago. Number 11, false accusation and domestic violence. We explain how to protect yourself. We explain what they are on both sides. We explain why it's gone crazy. And we talk about the Me Too movement that absolutely ruins society and relationship between men and women. Number 12, we talk about the rise of MGTOW. What is MGTOW? Men going their own way. I'm not going into the arguments if you agree with it or not, but we're talking about the phenomena of MGTOW, what it is, what it stands for, and why so many young men today actually prescribing to this ideology. Number 13, I talk about how to be social and create a great network so you can get what you really want. Because what you really want is to be happy. If you don't create a great network around you, you're going to be isolated. And the more isolated you're going to be, the more depressed you're going to be. You know it and I know it. Number 14, we talk about keep up. What is keep up? How to maintain your relationship and keep the spark in your relationship. We talk about how relationships die, how the passion dies, and why it dies. And I've got news for you. I go into details in this topic, why it dies and how to keep your relationship. 15, I talk about summaries of life that will save your life. Summary of all the rules we comprise throughout the book that will save your life, how to be a man. Number 16, I give all the sources and the resources for all the things I talked about in my book. Number 17, a conclusion. For all those that emailed me, I really hope that this has been beneficial to you, and now you know if you purchase a book or a program what you're going to get. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Those that pre-ordered and those that will buy in the future. I worked on this for 12 years. I guarantee you, anybody that buys this book will change his life dramatically. I stand by word what I say. Some of the things that I will say in my book are controversial, but they are the truth. Try it. And you or anybody that would like to criticize, I challenge you for one thing. Read the whole book. Don't criticize me in one paragraph. Read the whole book. And once you read the whole book, I'm more than happy for you to criticize and say whatever you'd like. Because I challenge anyone today, before the book's out, that everything I said is correct. It's controversial, but it's the truth. And sometimes to stand to the truth, you have to say what most people are not able to say. Thank you very much for listening. Look us up at www.alltotalcoaching.com. I can change your life. The question is, do you want to? Or are you going to keep doing the same thing again and again and again and complaining again and again and again about the same things without taking action and wondering why your life is a mess? Thank you very much for listening. As always, you know who I am? I'm your friend, Johnny Forget. Bye-bye.